Guys, today we are going to take a look at the Ale95 Note 5 board. That's the version 7.1, which was recently released by the developer. So this version brings various error fixes and various other new features to the ROM, making it even better than the previous versions. So let's get started. So this is the lock screen of the Ale95 Note 5 board. So the lock screen is very same or similar to the previous version. We have two toggles on the lock screen. One is to directly access the phone dialer, and another one is for the camera app. And the wallpaper is of the S7. So this is the system UI, which is very same to the previous versions. So one of the change in this version is that we now have a new internet browser app. So this is the version 4.5, and which is of the Galaxy S8, not of the Galaxy S8, but which is themed very similar to the one which is found on the Galaxy S8. So we have some useful extensions to block the ads and close by, video assistant, etc. And this browser is extremely smooth and in this ROM. Another change is that we now have a new music player app. This is a music player which is themed to look like the Nougat music player, which is found on the latest flagships of Samsung. And the thing to note is that this music player is extremely smooth. There is no lag at all in this music player. And the sound on this ROM is also loud. There is no speaker buffering, etc. You have an option to select from louder, normal, or the stock ROM sound. I have gone with the louder one. There is also air commands from previous versions, which works great. Another thing about this ROM is that in Aroma installer, now we have an option to select for root, or if you like to not to root your phone. So this is the flipboard, and there is no lag in the flipboard also. There is also an option for the camera app to select from. I have gone with the S6 camera. You can select from the Note 4 or the stock S4 camera. We also have the Pro mode, which I guess is not working in this version. As you can see, Pro mode is not working, not even partially. So there was a force stop. But in the Morphos ROM, the Pro mode was working partially. So the device started to lag a bit after opening the camera app. I guess it cannot be seen in the camera, but physically I am able to see a bit of lag, little bit. As per performance, this ROM is excellent in performance, as this is running the Volta kernel and there are no issues playing games. Another unique thing and new feature added to this ROM is that we now have display scaling option under display, and this is a root feature, so you need root for this. If you go for non-rooted version, then you would not get display scaling option. So by default it is on standard one, but if I change it to condense, then the system UI becomes smaller but personally I like the standard one. Here we go. Ambient display is working out of the box, and this ROM is running on Android Lollipop as previous versions, same as the previous version. As per battery life, this ROM, as per my usage, the previous versions of Ale95 Note 5 port drained the battery a lot. So you have to frequently charge your phone. Even though if your battery is new, then it doesn't give backup as like the stock ROM. And in this version, the battery performance is good. It is better from the previous versions. And in this version of Ale95 port ROM, the build prop is of the stock S4, not the S5 Neo one. So here is the recent panel. There is a bit of lag in the recent panel, as the Morphous ROM didn't have lags at all. And this launcher is also the same as the previous versions. We have the option to set grid. By default it is on 5x5, but you can go for 4x4 or 4x5 also. Theme store is perfectly working. You can download more themes if you have a Samsung account. And widgets, the S-Planner widget crash is fixed in this ROM. So in previous version, the S-Planner widget used to crash, so there is no force stop over here. See, I already have a widget over there. So S-Planner is working fine. You have an option to not to install Exposed or install it. I have installed the Exposed, as Exposed has its own features especially for Samsung devices. So other standard apps are same, like the calculator, clock, etc. You can check out the change log from the previous versions. You'd get an idea about what had changed and what are the new features, etc. Here are all the toggles, and private mode is also fully working, as some users reported that the private mode was force closing in the previous versions, but I didn't have that problem, and in this version it's working perfectly fine. Overall, this ROM is great and you can use it as your daily driver, but the people who want more battery life, then this ROM is not for them, as battery life is not that good. They should look for the Morphous ROM or the First Flight Note 7 port, which has better battery life than this Ale95 port ROM. So that's it for this video, guys. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel and give it a thumbs up. So thanks for watching.